And this is a competitive game where players are going to be playing as their own individual genies with their own player board and special ability, as well as unique set of actions that they can perform. Each of the players' board are going to have a few different action spots that they'll be able to place tokens on their turn, with each of these action spots having one of two actions that you can choose from. Players will only be able to choose one of those two actions for each spot, and players will be limited to the number of spots that they can actually perform an action on, but you can unlock an additional one throughout the game, giving you more options as the game goes on. The players will be using those actions to move around out on the main board to try and gather resources that they need to fulfill various wishes. But also on the board, there's going to be a caravan that starts at the beginning of this dotted line, and then it's going to be moving down that line throughout the game, and the end of the game is triggered once that caravan reaches the final position. Each round, you're going to be drawing a caravan card to indicate how much movement that caravan is going to be moving down that path, but then it also indicates any of the trade actions that can be performed with that caravan if the player moves their genie onto a space where that caravan is currently located. Each location also offers a number of different colored tokens, and players can use the resource action in order to gather the resources at that location, and then of course trade those resources in order to either make trades with the caravan or to fulfill the wishes of various cards that will be out on display beside the board. Each of these cards does come in a particular color, and in order to fulfill the wish of that color, you need to visit a location that has a meeple matching that color. I really do love how the location of your genie really does matter in this game because it affects almost every single action that you can perform. So if you're able to move to those proper locations to get you the tokens of the right colors you need to fulfill the wishes of a meeple that's located in your location, not only do you get to claim that card and the victory points associated with it, but you also get to perform its special ability, and you also get to claim the meeple that was located at that location. And this is another really interesting part of the game where you can also move to other locations that might have different monuments that players can build. And if you visit a location with a monument that is not currently built, then you can assign the appropriate combination of meeples to that monument in order to build it. What this does is puts those meeples that you claimed back out onto the board so that they can be used again to fulfill more wishes. But anytime that another player uses one of these meeples to fulfill one of their wishes, that's going to be scoring you a victory point as well. The more of these you're able to put out, the more of your meeples will be dominating the board, increasing the likelihood that other players will be forced to use them. Each player is also going to have a secret objective card that can earn them additional victory points if they're able to fulfill it before the end of the game, and then players will be scoring up all their victory points from their cards and any other victory points that they gain throughout the game in combination with their secret objective, and the player with the most victory points once that caravan reaches the end of the board wins the game. And of course, if you're interested in this one, I do have it linked in the description below.